Hi, I'm photographer David Flores, and welcome to our multi-part series on getting started with strobes. In our last video, we took a look at different ways to modify your light, softening, changing color, even focusing the strobe on a specific part of your subject. In this video, we're going to work with multi-strobe setups, using more than one light to really get the most out of each shot. Your main light, also known as the key light, illuminates the most important part of your frame, but adding a second light to your setup can really open up a world of possibilities to your photography. This can be used to fill in shadows, create separation, illuminate secondary subjects, or brighten the environment. If you don't have a second strobe, that's okay. There's a few things you can do to substitute for a second light. The sun is an extremely powerful light source that you can employ as a second light in your setup. Framing your subject with the sun as a hair light and exposing for the background is a great way to do this. You can also use a reflector to balance sunlight into a different area of your frame. This method works especially well when the sun is low in the sky. If you're indoors, you can essentially follow the same approach with a lamp or other practical light source. If you happen to have a second strobe, then you'll have full control over this source just like your key light. Before you can get to making pictures though, you'll have to make sure that it's in sync with your system. Turning on the second light, the likely default will be channel 1, group A, just like with the first light. Now if your first light is connected and firing, then your second light should fire as well. If you want both lights to fire at the same time, you're good to go. You can adjust the power on each light from the fixture itself, or if your system allows, you can do it from a wireless remote. If you shift your second light into a new group, such as Group B, you'll be able to make separate power adjustments to the respective groups. So if you want to bring up all the lights in Group A by one stop, you can make that adjustment without affecting the lights in Group B. If you want your second light not to fire at all, you can change that light to a different channel. Lighting ratios describe the power output relationship between your key light and the fill light. In the most basic terms, this is the difference in brightness between the highlight side and the shadow side of your subject. A 1-to-1 ratio represents equal power, and if your strobes are placed symmetrically, yields shadowless, balanced, flat illumination. As ratios are increased, contrast is increased, creating more drama and dynamism in your photographs. By now, you know how to turn your strobes on, sync with your camera, change power, shape the light with modifiers, even sync with multiple strobes. We hope you've enjoyed our series on getting started with strobes and can't wait to see the photographs you make. For more on strobes, photography, and all things imaging, visit B&H. I'm photographer David Flores. See you next time.